Hey guys, what's going on? This is Ryan Fenners. Welcome back to the Fentertainment channel. I drive a 2004 Chevrolet Silverado, and as much as I would love a brand new truck, my truck is paid for, and there's no better feeling than being debt-free and owning a vehicle that's still in great shape. Now, what we're doing today is adding a wireless charging system to the truck. I'm gonna show you guys how you can do this just about any vehicle out there. Just be a little creative. I'm gonna show you the steps I took to install it and how it works, so you guys stay tuned.
Okay guys, so I purchased two things to make this right here happen in my truck. I got this wireless charger on Amazon, and it pretty much includes the wireless charger. It includes a USB cable if you were going to use it at your house with your factory wall wart, but since we won't be using it inside the house, we don't need the USB cable, just a wireless charger itself. I'm also using this 12 volt to 5 volt converter. This will give the wireless charger the appropriate amount of voltage to be able to run, which is around 5 volts. Now it has a red and a black wire for installing in a vehicle, and it has the micro output that will plug directly into the wireless charger. But I will put a link in the description where you can find both of these off of Amazon for dirt cheap. Now I'm mounting the wireless charger underneath the pocket of the aftermarket stereo, since that's where I usually place my phone when I'm traveling. Here I'm just removing the radio, disconnecting the wires, getting ready for the next step. Now I'm using a drill battery to test everything out. The DC to DC 12 volt to 5 volt converter will actually operate on voltages between 8 and 20 volts input. So 18 volt battery works perfectly right here. The next step, I took the wireless charger, placed it underneath the dash kit, and just taped it there. I flipped it over. I'm not showing this on camera, but I just wanted to test that I had it in the right spots, and placed my phone in there and made sure it would charge. And since it would, we proceeded to the next step of wiring everything up. Now when we're wiring everything up, I'm using the wires that are behind the dash kit that connects to the factory harness in the truck. The red wire here is the ignition wire. The black wire is the ground wire. By hooking it up to the red and the black wire, it will only charge when the radio is on or the truck is running. But when the truck is off, it will not charge. That's the way I wanted mine. You could set yours up differently.
So I have applied some 2-part epoxy to the mixing tray. I thought I might as well show you guys, and the camera was off while I was applying it. However, they give you this little cap. Pull the cap off, squirt some in there. It's got 2-part here. Once you're done, you can actually use this at a later date. Just save your cap. It'll only go on one way, like that, and you can use this later. Put that aside, and we're mixing it now for a couple of minutes. Want to get it mixed thoroughly. Okay, now we've got the dash kit here. I've put tape over here to test fit it in the truck, and then I brought it back out into the garage, and I went ahead and put a piece of tape there. We just didn't want to get any epoxy anywhere near the port for the power. And we're just gonna let this right here cure for about 10 or 15 minutes before reinstalling it back into the truck and using it. Okay guys, the glue has dried and the base is now attached to the dash kit. It's not loose, it's not gonna be falling off or anything. Next we're gonna go ahead and install the dash kit, the radio and everything back into the vehicle, and plug it back in.
Alright guys, I do appreciate you watching my video here. If you like this, please drop a like. If you are not subscribed and you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. There will be more to come. And also check out these other great videos. Until next time, we'll see you later.